Now, a Freudian psychoanalysis. Actually, guys, for Freud, what is literature? We're talking about literature to be more precise because this is a very important topic. Let's see literature through the lens of Freud. Now, what is literature? It's the projection of sexual desires. This literature helps the artist not to be a mad person. Now, for Freud, actually, he divides the mind psyche into three elements. The first one is the id, and the second one is the ego, and the third one is the superego. For Freud, the id is the instincts, for example, the unconsciousness. It's where is the suppressed sexual desire, or as we say, the unfulfilled childhood desires exist. For the ego is the reality principle. It's the conscious part which governs the id and control in order not to be released. And the third part is the superego. Superego, it's the morality, it's the outside world, the conscious that govern instincts. No, actually, the most important question, guys, is what did Freud contribute, for example, to the psychoanalytical criticism? For example, we can say the Oedipus complex. It's where the male child has a sexual longing to his mother, he fantasizes his mother, he has a sexual lust to his mother from a young age. Thus, he has to eliminate the father by killing him. For him, he is a rival. Now, the ego also, as we said like before a couple of minutes, is a mediator between the id and the word within and the superego, which is the word outside. And electra complex. Now, what is the electra complex actually? It's the girl's first object of love. Like the boy exactly, is her mother. Of course, she's the primary source of food and security. As she realizes that she and her mother are powerless and castrated, this is feminist critique. Her father becomes the object of her desire. She loves her father for having pennies and blames her mother for not, and becomes subjection for the man, thus sexually becomes interested in her father. Now, what is really interesting about Freud's attribution is the dream work. For Freud, dreams are the royal road to the unconscious, as they provide a better understanding of the repressed desires in the unconscious, as the unconscious cannot reveal itself to the world due to the ego and superego. Now, this is really interesting to link between literature and Freud, or the author to be more precise, and Freud. Because according to Freud, the author is no longer a child. He is no longer can fascinate, for example, about building castles. Thus, this suppressed desire go back to his mind, okay? And it goes back to the unconscious side, and then they come back to his consciousness while sleeping in a form of dreams. And for Freud, the dreams go through two stages. The first one is condensation and the other one is displacement. In order to help the dreamers to remain sleeping and help spare the mind from having traumas. Now, the suppressed sexual desire will be condensed and displaced to disguise them through representing them through, of course, images, metaphors, or objects. Now, they censor these suppressed desire, like a poem can't speak explicitly but through similes, symbols, etc. Now, artists, of course, guys, they are mad at Freud because he connects art to madness. Be mad or an artist.